Hey everyone, thank you for joining me again for another football analysis. Today we're going to talk about the Champions League second leg semi-final opposing Villareal to Liverpool. As he knows, like the first leg, on the first leg, the Spaniards were 2 goal down to Liverpool, and then the second game was being played home, and they were like before their fans, they they had to like try a little remontada, if we can say like that. And sorry, by the way, for not being able to bring you content for the past 10 days because I've just had like a surgery on the eve of the Champions League, the semi-final, first legs of the semi-final. So I'm glad to be back today. It's like I'm still recovering, but to bring you a little content of what I learned from the second leg and bring you a little bit of what the game was like. So as I said, the first leg was pretty much dominated by Liverpool, even if like Villareal made it very difficult. In the first half, they tied on as a 0-0, and in the second half, Liverpool has to wait until they get to they get around the 67th minute to open the score and later on get him on his second goal to secure a win. So on the second, and a lot of things been said that Villareal like they were like the surprise. Obviously, they were the surprise of this semifinals, but they I think their football was like kind of being questioned the way they played against Liverpool, especially on the first half. And I think at some point that touched their ego or their ego got like a bit like boasted to show to the world that we still got something to prove. If we're like knocked out Bayern Munich and Juventus, we still got something to prove, which they did. They started the game like pretty much on a high note. So we will start with the lineups. Villarreal came up with 4-4-2. In their post they had like Rulli, the front they had like John Foyce as right back, Raul Albiol center defenders like Pau Torres and Estupinian on the as a left back. They had Giovanni Lo Celso, the former Tottenham player, so Danny Barajo, Etienne Capoue, and Francisco Colén. And in front they had Gerard Moreno and the Senegalese Boulaye, let's remind that Boulaye who came on the first leg as a substitute. Mhm. He gets his start. So for Liverpool, there was not pretty much big chance. They came up with the classical 4-3-3. And when there's times like we had like Mane, Jota, Salah instead of Mane, Salah, and Diaz on the first leg. Mm. We had Elise, I'm sorry. Let's start. We had Alisson in the post, Alexander Arnold, Ibrahima Konate, Virgil van Dijk, and Andrew Robertson. You had in the midfield, you had the Naby Keita, Fabinho, and Thiago Alcantara. Level on Mo Salah, Thiago Jota, and Sadio Mane. So from the very beginning, the submarines, like the Gorgets, they went high. They pressured Liverpool. They caused them a lot of difficulties. And as we can see, it's like they start scoring. They scored like pretty much at the third minute by Boulaye, the Senegalese striker, who honored his and been like picked as in the starting lineup. So and then Liverpool had very difficult to get their game together. I think from every line of Liverpool, they had troubles. You could see Andy Robertson like missing passes, uh, Virgil van Dijk being in a very difficult situation with Robert Moreno, especially Bulaya. I think first half of the two strikers, Gerard Moreno, Bulaya caused more damage and more, difficulties for Liverpool defenders. And that was pretty much the first half was highly dominated by Villareal. I think they played their heart out to make sure they got the score level, which they did by a first goal at the third minute and another goal 4 minutes before going before going on halftime by Francis Coquelin on both goals like were on like passes by the French footballer, I think his name is Caboy. Caboy was brilliant in the first half. So now, as we enter the second half, I could see that Liverpool from the first half, the end of the first half, they wanted. Jurgen Klopp needed to go in at halftime as soon as possible to make sure he got things sorted out. He got things on point because he was already like the game was already level and everything else to be played on the second during the second half. And as they came out, Liverpool totally as expected to control the game. They bossed the game from the very first minute of the second half. They created two consecutive chances right in entrance in the second game, but didn't get to score. And we pretty much saw a real team that was completely set back, uh, playing defensive. They had like all the 11 players in their half yet, which was like making the thing complicated for Liverpool, but at least they've gained confidence. They've gone control of the possession of the ball, which was like uh, going to be like very difficult for the opposite team to be running after the ball. And at the long run, I think at the 63rd minute, the game Fabinho scored like a wonderful pass from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oh, and then he could have like passed the ball to Mane, and both Mane and Salah was like in great position to score. He might have like to one of them could have been like slightly in a questioning position. It could possibly be like an offside, and he decided to take his chance, which went through the legs of the Spanish goalkeeper. That was IT1. And then Liverpool games like Lucius came in the game. I think bringing Lucius in the game gave it completely changed the complexion of the game, which Lucius has pretty much been doing since he's been in Liverpool. Every time he came on the bench, he's he's impacted the game. He's brought a different energy that paid with another goal of himself at the 67th minute, and later on another goal of Sadio Mane, who comes to score like second time against in both leagues. So that was sealing the victory of Liverpool. Not only like coming back, leveling the score on that game, but skip leading, which on aggregate has Liverpool qualified for the third time in 5 years for a UEFA Champions League final. So thank you very much. If you like my little analysis, I'm like very brief on it. So hopefully I'll get back to you with a lot more content. Especially I'll be with you to talk about the Champions League final. And then I'll be back probably next tomorrow to bring you, is it tomorrow's like instead, to bring you possibly something about Liverpool Tottenham game. I hope you like it. If you like it, give me a like, give me a lot of thumbs ups, drop me comments, subscribe to the channel, and then I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye bye for now.